So that's literally
To that
13th
little-
March, Friday the 13th, which is considered a
For you, it's your lucky day.
literally, yeah. And 13 is my lucky number now. kind
Okay.
of, you know, it became my lucky number, and a funny story. Our company is named 13 Media Limited as well.
Okay, all right.
Because
Was it after that, or it was
no,
constant?
because the investors that I found when we opened the company together, long story short, there were in total 12 people involved in the company.
Okay.
Not necessarily all these 12 people were involved.
Okay.
But for example, G7, the events company, which I don't have any shares in, just to make it. G7 were 7 people.
Okay.
Along the ways, they were reduced to 2.
Okay.
And then G7 did another collaboration with a certain amount of people, and they named it, for example, 11.
That's
Because
interesting.
There were 11 people, 7 plus whatever.
Okay.
And then we came on, me and my partner Thomas, and kind of were 13, you know. And I thought that 13 was a lucky number.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be, exactly. But luck is what you make it at the end of the day, because they say it's a bad day, it's a bad luck day, but you have to make it.
And you'll
happen.
find, if you believe that, you'll find an opportunity to say, I'm right with this.
Exactly.
It's
But
really...
since you're a fan of Steve Jobs, as Steve Jobs said, it's very much easier to connect the dots looking backwards. You can never
yes,
connect
definitely.
the dots looking forward. You can assume, you can make assumptions and stuff, but you can never. So then when you kind of focus on that number, I think that happens with that. That's because it's a lucky number.
Yeah.
Most probably it's nothing, but you know.
I should be an Apple user after this episode, because I'm an
quite
Android
surprised.
user. I'm not
quite
an...
surprised. I don't. I'm very sorry, but I don't get Android users.
I tried.
This is not a pay thing, actually. I buy my phones and stuff, but yes, Apple helps us a lot in because we collaborate a lot in our work. You know,
Yeah, if you have the
we have
interface,
to-
it does help.
Exactly, the airdrops and
Yes,
it
it's-
makes life much easier. But it's because we've built our
system
company
around that.
Around that, because I'm sure that there are the same capabilities with
Yes,
other phones.
yes,
But
yes.
Yes, it helps. The phone nowadays.
It's like a portable
incredible
PC,
how-
right?
When we started, as I was telling you, how we were discussing video content and stuff. When we started Malta Daily, TikTok was just introducing itself, because it started during COVID,
Mhm.
and it was TikTok who brought on the short form, more raw content. Before we were obviously more used to the cinematic
Mhm.
approach, longer versions,
Yes.
landscape,
Landscape, yeah.
And when we started Malta Daily, we obviously followed that trend, you know, longer form video, etc., etc. Then a couple of months later, we had taken the decision, listen, let's go short form, and we were the first in Malta to start
Short form.
with short form videos, sorry, portraits and stuff. And I think that is something that I'm going to drink some water.
Sure.
That was something, the adaptability that we had, and the willingness to change things, even change ourselves to reach
To get
new,
there,
you
yeah.
know. And it's a trends world, you know. Social media is all about trends, so you need to follow trends. You can't just sit comfortably, and that was what made Malta Daily so successful.
Mhm.
Because the media landscape in Malta was in a very comfortable position. There hadn't been anyone changing the game. Love in Malta had come on, and they had done a very good job. I think they
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 laid
made
the
a lot of
foundations,
noise.
I think.
I respect a lot what they did, and most probably Malta Daily would have been here if it wasn't kind of for that style of media, because we are still very much different to Love in Malta. Love in Malta are, they have very good journalists, for example. We do have very good journalists and very talented, and very grateful for them. But our approach is on a much lighter thing. But,
Yeah.
but I've recently had the privilege, actually. We had a commitment in Vienna for the OSCE with Minister Ian Borch, and we had gone there to cover some news, and it was a bit abrupt, kind of. It was very, and none of my the people who actually goes to these things and go abroad and cover, because I'm not a journalist, but obviously I do have a lot of those kind of skills of you know. I
You
know
had to develop them by time, for sure.
literally, and I do feel that I'm very good at that.
Yeah.
They couldn't make it, and I went my own. And I got to meet people working at Times, working at Love in Malta, working at Malta Independent, at all these TVM. And it was something that I never looked into. You know, traditional media still has a lot of value. Because everyone thinks that social media and everything needs to be